Hey everybody, welcome back to Grumpy Acres. So I'm sitting here in front of the house today, and what I want to talk to you about is a device called an EMP Shield and our 100th subscriber giveaway that Yoda mentioned several videos ago. And they kind of go together. But first, some full disclosure. So Yoda and I are partial owners in the company that makes this device, the EMP Shield device. It's called EMP Shield. And a little backstory. So our homesteading circle, one of the members met a guy and they became friends. And he introduced this guy to our homesteading circle. And he is the inventor of the EMP Shield. And he was looking to take the company public, and he needed an investment group. So a bunch of us got together and pooled our money together and helped start the company about 4 years ago. And they've been making these devices. The sales have gone from less than 40 or 50 a month to I think it's close to 500 a month now. I mean, they do pretty good sales over the past 5 years. But I'm going to tell you about this device, and I wanted to let you know that I am a part owner. But that's not the reason why I'm telling you about these. I'm telling you about these devices because I truly believe in them. I would not have invested. I am not the largest, or we're not the largest investors in the company. But we would not have sunk a substantial amount of our funds into this company if we did not believe in this product. So what the EMP Shield is, if you don't know what an EMP is, it's an electromagnetic pulse, and it does the same thing. And you'll also hear about CMEs, which are coronal mass ejections. And what happens is when a nuclear device goes off in the stratosphere, it creates an electronic pulse, an electrical pulse. And when it hits the ionosphere, it gets amplified and it gets channeled down to the earth. And when it hits transmission lines or the wiring in your house or the wiring in a vehicle, it concentrates it, and the amperage on it is the voltage on it creates heat in resistors and electronics, and it burns them out and it destroys them. And so what this device does is it acts like a shunt, and it will shunt the electricity into the ground. In the house, that's the main ground on your house. In a vehicle, that's the frame of a vehicle. If it's on a generator, it's the main ground to whatever the generator is hooked up to. They make these devices for a whole bunch of different applications. So this one is the 12-volt vehicle model, and this one is the 110 to 240 house model. And one of these two devices is the exact device we're going to give away in our 100 subscriber giveaway. And speaking to that first, before I go on, I want to thank all the new subscribers that we got. Last time I checked, we were up to 70, so we had a jump of about 10 or 15 subscribers, and I want to welcome the ones that came from Prepper Nation that came over here because of a post or a comment I made to one of his videos, and I do appreciate y'all coming over here, and I hope that we can give you the type of content that you'll find enjoyable and you'll keep coming back for. Anyway, back to the EMP Shield. So the danger of an EMP is it's a very economical and cost-effective way for low technology country to attack a high technology country like the United States. And all that type of attack entails is launching a ballistic missile up into the stratosphere. You don't even have to worry about it landing. You just shoot it up and detonate it about 300 miles above your target, and it'll create an EMP that'll burn out all the electronics. And the United States is especially susceptible to this because A, our electrical grid is antiquated, and B, we rely so heavily on electronics and such. You know, the great big transformers that the electric companies use, there are none in stock in the United States, and it takes a year to 2 years for them to be made overseas and shipped to the United States. So if something was to happen to one of those transformers, they've got no way to replace it. And what these devices will do is it will protect your whatever they're hooked up to, and so it makes it so they will survive an EMP. Now, if you don't have an alternative source of energy, like a generator that's been protected, or solar power that's been protected, you got a bunch of electronic stuff that works, but you got no electricity. So this is not the end all be all of a defense against something like that, but it's part of an integrated defense. And there's a whole bunch of internet experts on EMPs, and you go out there and you'll find all kinds of stuff, and you'll even find people that poo-poo these devices because A, they either don't know what they are, or B, they haven't gone to look at the test data. And I don't want you to listen to me because I'm just like they are. I'm just some guy on the internet. The difference between me and them is I happen to know guys that actually are EMP experts. The guys that worked on this are actually PhDs, and one of them actually worked for DARPA, which is the Defense Research Agency. The one that invented the internet, not Al Gore. So don't listen to me, other than me telling you, go to the EMP website, go to the EMP Shield website, and I'll put the link down below, and I'll put the link to the test data page. So that we sent these devices out to two separate independent testing labs that do testing for the government, and they zap these things 40 times is what they said it will survive. It'll survive 40 EMP pulses, and the only reason why they stopped at 40 was because they couldn't generate anymore, or something like that. The number that they used wasn't because they destroyed it at 40. It's because they stopped testing at 40 cycles. So that's the thing. And then, if you're a prepper, you always hear about the pre-85 vehicles being ideal bug-out vehicles because they'll survive an EMP, and that's because they've got no electronics on them. And they did a test, the DOD did a test, or they sponsored a test, where they tested vehicles again, modern vehicles with electronics in it, and they wanted to see how they'd survive an EMP. Well, they came up and they came back, and if I remember correctly, they said about 35% of the vehicles would be knocked out of action in an EMP attack. Well, what they don't tell you is that the rec for the test said they could only destroy a certain percentage of the vehicles they were using because they were using the GSA, which is the General Service Administration that handles all the fleet vehicles for the government. And they said you could only destroy a certain percentage of these, and so they stopped whenever they reached that percentage. So the test results are kind of misleading unless you get down and you actually read down in the bottom of it. The worst thing that happens if one of these is hooked up to your vehicle is if an EMP happens, it'll stop and you'll be able to turn it back on and head about your business. Where other cars that don't have this, the controller board on the vehicle will get burned out, and the only way you can get the car running is to replace it with a good controller board. So like I said, don't take my word for it. Go look at the testing data. Don't hold the fact that I'm an owner in this venture and Yoda's an owner in this venture against us and think we're only trying to sell you something. Because I'm telling you what, we've got them in all our vehicles. We've got them on our house. We had it on our old house. We've given our kids who just bought houses, we've given house models to them, and they've all got one for their car. Now, if they put them on or not, I can't tell you that. I can't control that portion of it, but I believe in it enough that I gave my entire immediate family these things, and the rest of my family hasn't mentioned anything about it. So if they want one, they can contact me. If I've got any relatives out there that are listening to this, I can get you one as being an owner. I can get you one at a discount. We've also got they also provide protection against the CME, which the coronal mass ejection. That's the sun flares. You probably heard about those. The most notable CME was the Carrington event in the 1870s that caused telegraph lines to burst into flames and wreaked all kinds of havoc with the telegraph industry. And we get near misses from CMEs all the time, and all it takes is one to hit the planet when we're facing the sun, and all our electronics will be taken out. The other thing that these do, and they're actually rebranding these and remarketing these as whole house lightning protection. So basically what happens is the lightning will hit the house, and this behaves the exact same way it does on EMP. The only difference is the amperage on the lightning strike is so high that it destroys the device, where the EMP doesn't, the lightning does. So these things have a lifetime warranty. I think it's like $50 for replacement for the lifetime that you've got the device, which I think is a pretty good deal. They retail at $350. We're going to put a code down in the bottom for a $50 discount on every single device that you buy if you decide that you want to buy it after you check out the test data and check out the site. Please go out there and at least look at it. I believe that the threat of one is extremely high right now. If you follow the news, the threat is out there, and it's really high. And this device will keep your homestead running as long as you integrate it into a sustainable power program, with a generator and solar panels and stuff. This will protect your stuff. Plus, it'll protect against lightning strikes. And like I said, one of these two devices are what we're going to give away on our 100th subscriber giveaway, and we'll let you choose which one you want. As far as the giveaway goes, so like I said, we're up to 70, and we really appreciate everybody. As soon as we hit 100, I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to have everybody post a comment down below in that video, and you could say whatever you want in it. Just make it appropriate, and we will throw the names of everybody that responds to that video into a hat, and we will draw a name, and we'll contact you and get one of these in your hand so you can get it installed on your vehicle or your house, whichever one you want. We do appreciate you guys. You make it worthwhile. We're working hard to get out content. It's hard right now because we literally just got internet today, and because of the location of the house, we had to get HughesNet. And I was in there. I wanted to test stream some videos, and it's rough. It's really rough. So luckily, I've got access to a high-speed internet network where I can upload off-site. That's really quick. We just need to get to the point where we're making videos. And I know you guys are getting tired of seeing my mug in every video, so you need to post something down below and tell Yoda that she needs to start making more videos and needs to start doing more instead of spending all her time working on the house, because she has been working really hard on the inside of the house, but she's not making any videos. She's not showing you before and after, and I tell her. So yeah, post a comment, let her know that you want to see her and not me. Go get some other subscribers. Go tell people about us, and get them to subscribe, and so we can get to 100 quicker than what we are right now. So till next time, go out, go to the EMP Shield site, link below, check out the test data, and decide for yourself. Decide if you believe in it. Unfortunately, the only way this thing is going to be tested to everybody is if we get hit by an EMP attack or a CME, or your house gets hit by a lightning strike. That's the only way you're going to tell if it works or not. So you got to rely on the test data. They want you to follow the science. Well, we've got the science backing this up. We've had people actually do science on it. So go ahead and subscribe, share with other people, let them know about our little journey to freedom here. And like, comment, do all that stuff. You guys are pros at this. You know what to do. So next time, I think I may make a video about my $1 million hat. You guys have seen it before, but I don't think you knew exactly what it was. I think I'll tell you about my $1 million hat here pretty soon, and I'll show you some of the work. We're finally getting to the point where we're doing some work on the outside of the house and trying to get ready for the animals and get some infrastructure in place. So hopefully we'll get you some videos like that soon. Till next time, go live a life done free. Grumpy G, Claire. Thanks, Milo.